Hi, champions. Good evening, champ. If you are here, tell me I am here, I am here, I am here, I am here, I am here. So if you are a champion and you're on this call, say I'm a champion and I'm here and I'm ready for tonight. If you are not a champion but you are still on this call, say I'm not a champion yet, so I'm ready for tonight. Because we invited both champions and non-champions yet. So I want to first of all welcome you warmly inside the Operation Take Charge Challenge 5.0. I think it's our first live session. So I want to say a very big congratulations to you for the decision you have made to take big action on your business, because for you to join the OTC, it means that you don't want to play small with your online business. You really want to do amazing stuff with with your business. You don't want to play small at all. So congratulations once again. Okay, so if you're a champion, you're here. Who do you think should be part of this session as well? Do you have any friend you feel like, oh, I'm reading this book, this book has been really nice, it has helped me somehow. I have a friend I think should be here as well. Do you have any friend like that that you think should also be here? Can you call on that friend? Can you share the link with that friend to join us? What about if you invite two of your friends? Tell them that I'm on this call, oh, and I think you should be here as well, because because we're going to be reviewing it. I have my hard copy here, and we're going to be reviewing this book together. We're going to be reviewing the first chapter of the book, which is what we have been able to cover for week one of our pre-challenge, right? So let me know. Do you have any friend you feel you can invite that would be so happy to be here? That would be so glad to be here. Sorry, I need to copy a link because the link, which we had to change the link due to some reasons. So um I have to update people that I've sent that link to before. Okay, so I'm trying to call on others to join us and also update links that we have shared. Okay, I'm a champion. We are here. I'm here. So I think we have mostly champions on this call presently. So we don't have any non-champion yet. I said if you have any friend you feel like they should be on the call, go and invite them and call them along. So as we do that, we're going to get started with our book review, because it's going to end by 10 o'clock p.m. Right? So the principle one, this book is a very interesting book. I remember the last batch of OTC, we started reviewing this book through WhatsApp status before we proceeded to using Instagram Live. But this time around, we are using Telegram, YouTube Live, yeah, so that it is more accommodating and we can all like follow through and all of those things. So now, the first principle of this book is principle one: take 100% responsibility of your life. So actually, we don't actually disclose the name of this book to outsiders, people that are not inside the OTC, because the book is only for us inside the challenge. But I'm not going to disclose, like, it contains, I'm not going to like give what's it called, like a brief overview of what the book is about. So this book is a very powerful book. I read it last year, and after reading the book I saw that this book is a book that everybody should read. Can you relate? Do you feel like everybody should read this book? Do you feel like everybody should read it? So it contains principles. Actually, the hard copy has just 25 of the principles, but the soft copy has, I think, 50 something principles. I'm not done with the soft copy. I only read the hard copy, which has 25 principles, and all the principles are a hit back to back. There's no how you're going to like start implementing those principles in your personal life and you will not feel the difference. Champions, are you with me? I'm not feeling you guys. Are you with me? Let me know if you are with me. We are together on this call. Like, are we vibing? Are we vibing? So the first principle we are going to be reviewing tonight is take 100% responsibility or for your life. Take what? Somebody say that after me. Take 100% responsibility for your life. Take 100% responsibility for your life. So if you can actually get the hard copy, it really go a long way. You can check it from any bookshop around you. Or if you want me to recommend, I have a plug I can recommend for you. But if you don't want to, like, maybe you don't want to incur the delivery expense, you can actually get it around you. All these bookshop or all these Igbo guys that sell books, just tell them that you want to get 20, principles of success. I think success principles. It is 25 they wrote here, but it's more than 25 in the soft copy. So maybe the hard copy is 25 anyways. So now the first principle, take 100%, like 100%. It's not like take responsibility. Oh. Take 100% responsibility for your life. I feel like this really eats deep. So as much as some of us we already like taking the responsibility from before, like we already know that okay, anything that happens. But when I read this book, I think it got deeper. Is it only Oluwatosin that is on this call? Champion. If you are here with me, I think you are about 12 here. Tell me, take 100% responsibility of your life. Let me see that you're actually following through. You are on this call right now. So it says that you must take personal responsibility, right? Because you cannot change the circumstances. Circumstances means that you cannot change all the problems, all the issues. Like for instance, now we are facing some circumstances in Nigeria for pain, right? There is still pain, there is inflation, there is a lot of things, right? But you cannot change them. It is not within your control. You cannot change the seasons, whether it is cold, it is hot, it is raining, it is sunny. You cannot change it, right? You cannot change the wind, whether it is blowing heavily. You cannot change it. What can you change? What can you change? If you have read this book, what did they say you can change? What is the only thing you can change? I want this should be an interactive session. I'm not here to just be talking and be talking. No, that is why you have to read the book first. Then we now come and discuss it. So we are reviewing the book together. I'm not going to just be talking, right? So you cannot change the circumstances. You cannot change the season. You cannot change the wind. So what can you change? Yourself. For that, mirror. You can only change yourself. You can only change yourself. If you are with me, don't just say, okay, one person has responded, me, I will not respond again. Still respond. Shows that you are on this call, right? So you very I get familiar with you, with your name, and it is easier for me to like identify you, yeah. So I think there is a challenge. Sorry. So champions, what did they say we can only change? You can only change yourself. Yes. So they said that one of the things that people always think that, oh, it is um please excuse me for a minute, please. Um, okay, so apologies for that break in transmission. I'm actually on two calls, so that's why my what's it called? My attention is kind of divided, but I think they might not need me again after now. So yes, you can only change yourself. Yes, you can only change yourself. Now we are currently on the sub topic of this particular principle, and what they are saying is that they said one of the most pervasive myths in the American culture is that we are entitled to a great life. Somehow, somewhere, somebody is responsible to like people used to think that somebody is responsible for their life. I remember in the last batch, one of the champions was like, before she's always blaming her dad. Oh, my dad is the one that is at fault for everything that happens to her. Maybe it's, but after reading the book, she was like, ah, no, and life is a responsibility. So just like some teenagers, maybe due to ignorance or something, they went to go and carry unwanted pregnancy, they will now start blaming their mom. It's my mommy that is not always at home, she's always going out every day, she's always wakaing every time, so she does not have time for me, that is why. But your mom has her own life, you have your own life, it is your life, so it is your responsibility to know what, to open your eyes. So if such a thing happen, she does not want, okay, that's like a circumstance, it has happened, it has happened. So now her response to the event, how she like, okay, we have not gotten there, how she like take control of the event will now determine what her future is going to look like. So but what they are saying here is that one lesson this book is going to teach you is that there is only one person responsible for the quality of the life that you live. So whether you want to live in a man or you want to live inside under bridge, it is you that is responsible for it. It is who? It is you. So whether you come to this challenge and get the most out of it, whether you come to this challenge and start making millions, or come to this challenge and live like the way you came, it is you that will take responsibility. So you can, even if you start saying, oh, it is Naija sales queen, she collected my money, all those class, she just teaching us, me I did not have time, oh, kiniko kiniko, and you say, okay, it is NI skill, it is Naija sales queen that is at fault. Well, you can say that, but what is going to happen? You are holding yourself back in the process. You are doing what, like, can you relate? You are holding yourself back in the process. Instead, you want to take responsibility. Even if you join a class and the lecturer or the coach is not really active, what do? You cannot just be blaming the coach forever. You want, okay, what is the way forward? What am I going to do next? Because you are responsible for your own life. So you have to find solution no matter what the situation is, right? So you cannot change the circumstance, you cannot change the season, you can only change yourself. So okay, you want to be successful, you have to do what? Take 100% responsibility of your life. Are we still together? Are we still together? I feel like I need to drink water. Sorry, let me get water. So we have gone through Ongbe since morning. Like, I felt really tasty the other. So like I was saying, you are the one that is going to take responsibility for your life because it is your life. No matter what you are, maybe you went to school and the lecturer is not always coming to class, and you're like, oh, it's not another lecturer that is not always coming to class, and you now failed because of that. No, can you hear now? Can you hear now? I left the call for a minute. I had to take water. No, it is not the lecturer, oh, because there are people that are going to pass that course. There are some people that are going to actually do well in that course because they did not rely on the lecturer, because they went to look for other solution. They went to other department that they have good lecturers and go and learn, because you are still going to write the same exam at the end of the day. You now say, okay, because the lecturer is not always coming to class, that's why I don't know the course now, that's why I got F. Carry over. It's for free. So you want to actually take responsibility. Anything that is happening that it is beyond your control, but your own personal life is what you can actually what you can control. So now another part of it said 100% responsibility for everything. He said you have to take 100% responsibility for everything. So this person that wrote this book, he told his story multiple times inside this book. So he told his story. Who can remember his story? Who can remember his story? So he told the story of how he actually graduated from a particular Okay, so my network was misbehaving. So like I was saying, the man actually went to a school. Like after graduating from the school, he started working with somebody, and the person's name is W. Clement Stone. You know, the book is like a not a Nigerian book. So the person that I was working with then was a self-made millionaire worth $600 million as at that time. At that time, there were not many millionaires yet as at that time, but the person was actually one of the self-made millionaires in his country. I was now asking him that, do you take full responsibility for your life? Now said he guess he does. The man now said, you don't guess, so you don't guess whether you take, you know within yourself, it's either a yes or no question. So champions, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. Based on everything that we have been discussing so far, do you think you take full responsibility for your life? So tell me maybe yes or no, or I'm already trying to do that. So based on like how we have been discussing how taking responsibility is, like taking responsibility means that no matter what is happening, no matter the tipping, you are not blaming the government, you're not blaming your parents, you're not blaming the industry you are. You're not saying that, "Oh, it's because I've studied agricultural science, that is why my life is like this." Oh, it is because of all these online coaches, that is why this thing. It's because of Instagram, something, that is why. Do you understand? So do you think you're taking responsibility for your life right now? So tell yes, no, or I am trying. So you must really to take full responsibility. I mean, 100% responsibility for your life. I'm not getting any responsibility. Are we still together? Are we still together? I'm not getting any response from you. Okay, Aisha said yes. Taiwo said yes. Okay. Who else are we together? So this book is very interesting, and we are just still flowing. So now the next thing that we have here, the next sub headline is that you have to give up all your excuses. All your excuses. Hey God, you see this part, it is very, very important. So if you are with, type it out that you have to give up all your excuses. I want to assume maybe some of us don't have YouTube or something. That's why you are not typing. So you don't have the comment features or what? Because this comment, it's not giving or give. So you have to give up on all your excuses. If you are with me, type that out. You have to give up on all your excuses. You have to give up on all your excuses. So this book is saying that 99% of all failures come from people who have a habit of making excuses. 99% of all failures. You know what failure is like? When you want to achieve something and you're not able to achieve it, or maybe when you get dropped out from school, or when your business is not doing the way it should, it's not making sales, or when something is what excuses, or when you're trying to but you're not losing the weight. It comes up from excuse makers. So when you are failing, just know that, oh, what excuse am I making? What is making me actually fail? So 99% of all failures come from excuses. So they said if you know that you want to create your own dream life, you want to create the life of your dreams, you are going to have to take 100% responsibility, and you have to give up on all your excuse. You have to give up on all your excuses, all your big stories. Big stories means that I'm not impressed. Why is this thing not doing? Okay, so like I was saying, I was trying to share the link here. Okay, I think it has sent now. Okay, so like I was saying, you have to give up on all excuses. You have to give up on all your victim stories. So let me tell you one victim story I get a lot. You see somebody comes to your DM, oh please, let me just join the class for free. I'm a single mom. I'm a this, I'm a that. You know, these are victim stories. Okay, it's because my husband did. It's a victim story. So it's not like it's not because somebody is trying not to be empathetic or trying not to understand what is going on with the other person, but sometimes you don't want to give yourself all those stories that, oh, because of this, you want to give up on all those things, because all the reason why you can't, you want to give up on all the reasons why you can't, and you haven't up until now. You want to stop blaming everything, right? Except yourself. So you have to give up on all the excuses that you have. Oh, it's because I don't know how to read. Somebody was saying that the group this time, oh, we don't have time to read. Okay, actually, we always have other methods. If you cannot read, like add copybook, like cannot read it like this, you can also listen to it. You can also listen to the book. So there's a way you can listen to the book. I have the Android version. There's also the iPhone version. You can always research. Go to YouTube. How can I read a book? How can I listen to a book? You will see different application you can download to listen to a book. There is no excuse. Everything that has been holding you back up till now, if you don't drop them, you are not going to be able to move forward. So you have to take the position that you have always had the power to make it different, or get it right, or produce your desired results. So like now, if you want to make a particular amount of money this year, you can make it. But you have to give up on all your excuses and know that, oh, I can do it, right? So you want to tell yourself that you can do it. And another thing this book is saying is that anything that has happened before now, you want to leave it. Okay, so everything that has happened before now, like maybe, oh, your business was not going well before now, you leave it behind and say, okay, now I am ready to do what I want to do. I'm ready to do what the past is the past. What matters now is what is the present situation, right? So another part of it I feel everybody is familiar with is this E plus R equal to O. So who can interpret that for us? The E plus R is equal to O formula. It's not easy to take charge or responsibility for one's life. You are trying. I'm glad to hear that. Seriously, it is not. So, but if you know what you want, that, oh, I want this, oh, I don't want to play small, then you got to do what you got to do. Just like you said, you are trying. You have to just try. So I'm asking you this question. Who can remember this E plus R equal to O? Who can remember it? I already told you that I'm not just going to be talking. I want to be getting feedback from you as well. So E plus R equal to O, what does it mean? What is the full meaning of E plus R equal to O? Does anybody know that? Abi, we don't forget. E plus R equal to O. Who can remember that? Event plus response equal to action, outcome. Outcome. Who else can remember what that means? So event plus response equal to outcome. So we are still saying the same thing that we have been saying, which is no matter the circumstances, it is how you address matters that matters. Am I rapping? It is the way you address matters that matters. So event means that event is what is going on. So event, all right, you can blame the event for your lack of results. You can blame the economy, you can blame the weather, you can blame lack of money, you can blame lack of education, you can blame everything. But what is going to happen? All these factors exist, but if they were the declining factor, nobody would ever succeed. Um, so what they are saying now is that you can event means the things that are happening, that when you go to an event, the things that are happening around you. So, and the response is means that how you attend to that thing. Just like, okay, maybe you woke up on a Monday morning and you don't check outside your house, it is raining. That is an event. It is raining. So then what did you do? Not, this is rain now. You now went to sleep back. The weather is cold. Let me just sleep. That is your response to the event. Like, are we getting it? Are we getting it? So your response is that you went to go and sleep. Then what is going to be your outcome? It was Monday morning now, and Monday morning is the time that you want to be energetic. The more you're energetic on the Monday morning, the more it's going to reflect in all your entire week. So you now woke up that morning and then you now went to sleep back. It is cold, then just sleep. What happens? It's going to affect your income for that day. and it might even affect your income for the entire week, because once your Monday morning energy is very bad, what happens? It might affect your week for the rest of your week. And what happens? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So your event plus your response equals to the outcome. So the event was the rain that was happening. Then your response is that you went back to sleep. Then the outcome is that you lost your income, did not make as much as you make, right? You lost some customers because maybe you have a store and some customers were actually waiting for you in your store, that okay, she's going to come to store today, oh, and they did not now see you, and they didn't see you, so I had to go and work with your competitor or something. So that is what this is saying. Event plus response equal to outcome. Is that more practical? Did you find that more practical? Or let's say it's now Monday morning, right? It's Monday morning and then it is raining, but you saw the rain, but okay, it is raining. Then you went to go and put hot water on fire, and then you went to go and boil some hot water. Then you went to go and bathe with warm water, and you are feeling okay, right? And you started working and you started attending to your clients. What happens? You make more money. It did not affect you. So you can decide to blame everything you can blame, right? But the book is telling us that if those things were the deciding factor, nobody would ever succeed. Because that same way that you said, oh, it's because it's raining, that's why another person inside that rain is cashing out. So just like people that used to go and sell outside, and then somebody said it is raining, and then she went to go and sleep in one corner. Another person said it is raining, and she went to go and buy jackets, this rain jacket, and started selling. She made more money sef inside the rain more than you inside the sun. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So you don't want to blame anything. You don't want to blame anything and anything. You want to take action by yourself. Do you understand? So the next thing that we are seeing here is that if you don't like your outcome, change your responses. If you don't like your outcome, change your what? Responses. So, like you said earlier, event plus response equal to action. Event plus response equal to action, right? So it's now telling us that if you don't like the outcome that you are getting in what you are doing, like now maybe you are not making sales, that's the outcome. You want to change your what? Change your responses. So your responses could be the fact that you are blaming the economy every day. Ah, this T-Pain era is not good oh. This is happening. Before you know it, it's actually affecting you, and you're not making the money you're supposed to be making. Or maybe you are not losing weight the way you want, and you know that every day you're always drinking Milo, like 3 Milos every day, 3 sachets of Milo every day. So you want to change your response if you want better outcome. So it says that there is a particular story here. I hope you all like can relate with this story. So that day, they said that people were it was raining. It was raining, there was a earthquake, and it was raining, and there was now traffic on the road. So there's this person. Okay, there was a CNN reporter. This person is a reporter. So he was knocking on the windows of all these cars that were hooked inside the traffic. Are we still together? So when he knocked on the first person responded angrily that I hate California, because I think the place is California. First, but there were fires. He said before there were fires, then now there is flood. Okay, then there was, and now there is earthquake. That whenever you leave home in the morning, he's always going to be late for work, and he cannot believe it. So he was lamenting, he was complaining that this is what is always happening in this California. So he hates it, right? So the reporter went to go and knock on the second person's door the same way, and the second person was like, he asked the second person also the question that how is he doing? That his car is stuck in the traffic. How is he doing? The second person was like, oh, he left his home by 5 a.m. and he does not think that his boss is going to be, he can ask more than that. Yeah. So he said he left his home by 5 a.m. He was going to work, and he felt like his boss cannot ask for more than that. Like, what time did you leave home? So he knew that he did what he was supposed to do, and the other things were not within his control. What he just did was that instead of just wasting his time complaining, you know, he brought out a book. Okay, he said he had a lot of music cassettes in his car, and he has like he was learning Spanish language. So and he has his cell phone. He said he has his coffee in a thermo, and he has his lunch, and he even has a book to read. So he was not concerned about the traffic. I remember when I was in secondary school as well. I was going to school. My school was in Bariga. I don't know if you are in Lagos, you may be familiar with this distance I'm trying to say, right? If you are familiar with this distance, let me know. So I was living in Ikorodu. School was in Bariga. Actually, my school was in okay. Actually, my school was in Bariga, and I was living in Bariga before. So, but we relocated to Ikorodu, and I still have to be going to that same school in Bariga. So when if I even if I leave home by 4 a.m., 5 a.m. sometimes, and those years the road was very bad and there was always a lot of traffic, I would still get to school very late. Though sometimes I get to school early if I leave home extremely early, like maybe to 4 or 4 a.m. But if I leave home by 6, traffic is gonna catch me. So I always get to school late sometimes. I get to school early sometimes, but most times I may get to school late. So what do I do? I'll just be reading my past questions inside the bus. And guess what? When I get to class, people that are in the class, oh, they may not know what the teacher was asking, but me that was just coming, I was going to know what they were asking in class because I was already reading. So the circumstance is not the issue, but your response, what to the circum. I don't know if you are vibing. Your response to the circumstance is what matters. So he said that the other person was like, "There's no problem." He was with his phone. It was he has his book with him. He has his book with him. He has his coffee. You know that he left home early, so his boss cannot be angry with him, right? So he cannot control the earthquake, but he knows that he has done his own thing. So they are saying that your individual response to the traffic is what is going to determine your outcome. So you're in the traffic. What are you doing? Did you bring out your book and be reading, or you were just listening? Ah oh, ah oh, ah oh. What does that change? Do you understand? So um then this another story that we have here. This story is I've heard there's going to be a recession and I've decided not to participate. Who can remember like the brand that they were talking about inside this story? The brand that refused to participate in the recession. Like recession that happens now that there's not going to be money in the economy, everybody's going to try not to spend too much. Everybody's going to try not to spend too much. Everybody will be holding their money that money things are expensive, money is scarce. So who can remember the brand that they were talking about inside this story? Who can remember the brand they were talking about? Okay, I think they did not actually talk about any brand. They didn't talk about any brand per se, but they were talking about like a particular business. What's that business? What is the business into? Like if you have read the book, you should be familiar with all of these little stories. That's why we're doing this book review. So what was the brand about? What do they do? Like they're talking about a recession. So what does that brand in that recession something in this recession story? What do they? When there is no money in the economy, and people are going to be like trying things are not necessary. They'll be spending only maybe on food, on things that are very important. So what is this? And this particular brand is saying that they said that there's going to be a recession, but Imo, yeah, decided that he's not participating. So what do you think the brand was is into now? Champions, tell me, tell me, tell me. Okay, champion, are you sure it is a Lexus? Oh, it's actually a Lexus. Okay, it's actually a Lexus. I thought it was not like a branded something. So it is a Lexus. And Lexus is like a car. Not really luxury per se, but it is not cheap, right? So and if you have not eaten and belle full, why will you gonna be buying Lexus car? Especially when you already have a car you're using before and there is recession and you're managing your to participate in this recession that they said is going to happen. No, him is still going to be making sales. So what did he do? So he heard that people have stopped buying Lexus because of the recession and all of those things. So instead of him to now sit down in his garage or in his store or in his store, right? Okay, somebody already giving us a brief explanation. They change their marketing strategy. So not just sitting down and say, recession, let us just be chilling. There is no money, people are not spending, and we cannot kill ourselves. We cannot, it's beyond our control. No. Instead, they decided to change their marketing strategy, just like Taiwo just said. They decided to do what? They strategy. So they drove their car, they will drive it out to, I think they drove it out to where there is club, where there is marinas, kiniko, like all these places that they know that their target audience are always hanging out, where they can easily find their target audience. So they drove to those places. So they will not like ask those people to test drive that, oh, just drive it for free, just feel it. So new cars now. So you know that when you are rich, you have money, and then they now ask you to test a new car, and then you tested it. This car is really nice. Let me just buy it. And that was how they were making sales, and they were able to make more sales than during the recession. So you can always change bad things to good things for yourself when you do what? When you take responsibility, when you don't just accept, okay, this is happening, it is beyond my control. So you take responsibility, you do what you can do, you do what is within your control, right? So they went to rich charity gatherings. Thank you so much, Taiwo, for your contribution. So they said everything you experience today is the result of the choices you have made in the past. So everything you are experiencing today is the result of the choices you have made in the, like now, let's say you went to the examination hall and you're not able to write anything. It is the result of reading, not preparing for the exam, or not hearing information from other students that, oh, this is what the man is going to do. The exam is going to change it in the exam hall. You did not listen. So if you're not making sales, it is because you did not like create content for your business to reach people. You do not talk about your business. You do not show up well. You do not have visibility. So everything you're experiencing is as a result of what happens. So they gave us two examples. They said person A, they gave the person $400 bonus. Then the person did what? The person spent the money at once. And what happened? What was the outcome? The person became broke. Then B, they gave the person $400, the same amount. And then what was his response? He invested the money in a mutual fund. Then what was the outcome? He was able to increase his net worth. So that is what the E plus R equal to O equation is. Every time you want to let it be ringing in your head that event plus response is equal to the outcome. The event plus the response, whatever you do to what is happening around you will determine the situation of where you are going to meet yourself. Whatever result you are seeing now is from what you have done before now. So that means if you want something better to happen to you tomorrow, you have to start taking better action now. Do you understand? If you keep doing the same thing you have always done, what did this book say will happen to you? If you keep doing the same thing that you have always done, what the book says will happen to you? Tell me, champions, tell me. If you keep doing the same thing you have always done, what did this book say will happen to you? Tell me. Champions, I'm waiting for your responses. Though. What happened to you when you keep doing the same thing you have always done? Rashida, Ikma, thank you for your responses. So I'm asking you now that what do you think is going to happen when you keep doing the same thing that you have always done? What is going to happen? I mean, you cannot remember that one. And it is simple because this thing, like, you want it to be ringing in your head. Okay, this was what I did yesterday. Last week, I was making excuses all through. I did not create any content for my brand. I didn't post anything on my status. I said I was going to work on my. I said I was going to read the. I was going to watch the course that Champions Coach gave us for free, but I did not have not. I was watching K drama. I was really sleeping all through because I was fasting and I was now tired and sleeping. So, and then you have seen what happened to you. But if you do the same thing this week again, what happens? The same results, that blaming yourself, thinking, oh, why did I not do it? So, but see, okay, Taiwo said you will still keep seeing the same results, and that is what it is. So when you keep doing the same thing, you keep getting what you have always got. The same thing that you have always got before is what you keep getting. So you said that you have to give up blaming other people. So because this one, I like this part. It said that you have to give up what? Blaming other people. You have to give up blaming other people. So last week I had an experience. I actually employed somebody as a sales representative for my brand. Before I employed the person, I was already feeling somehow that I did not feel like employing this person, because this person was already like, I did not want to employ somebody that probably we have been talking before. So some people, when you have maybe kind of close relationship with them, there's going to be like see finish. They may not want to take their job seriously and all of those things. So I did want to employ the person, but because I heard like, okay, she was still like the most qualified person that we have seen from like when we compare to the other persons. Okay, let us just employ her. I was not following along. Actually, I didn't want to employ her right from start. So later employed her, and guess what? On the same day that she started working was the same day she said she does not want to. So I did not blame her at all. I blamed myself for not following my mind, for not doing, because I felt like, okay, hope I was not trying to be overreacting or something, because I did not want to take her on board. Assuming we saw somebody else that was good, I would not have employed her at all. So but when she said, oh, she was kinikon, I just said, okay, no problem. Because I knew within myself that, okay, I had already had this instinct. So this book is saying that you need to give up blaming. Normally I would have been blaming her that, what kind of nonsense is this? She did not know why she employed Kiniko. Even though I said that why she did not know the situation of things before she said she wanted to do this job. But I later thought, maybe my mind was already telling me. So when you have like, sometimes we have this what's it called, CEO instinct, that maybe you want to do something and your CEO instinct to tell you, no, don't do it, no, don't take that action, no, don't do it that way, but you still went ahead to do it. That was always in my instinct, Sha. I just do it, I just follow the process. And since she just left the work, I knew that okay, she's not the brand, she's not the person for me. Do you understand? So this book is saying that you have to give up blaming, you have to give up complaining, because you are the one that ate the junk food. So if your stomach start paining you, you start having cramps. You don't want to blame anybody that, oh, why am I a woman? God, why did you do this to me? Because you were the one that was eating all the sugar, all the chocolate and everything. So if you were the one that did not say no, you were the one that took up the job. Maybe you want to take a job that is not okay for you, and then you took it up and then you continue working. You are the one that did it. Or you're going to marry somebody that is giving you punch in your face, or that you know that okay, you guys, your values does not align at all. You're the one that did it. You cannot blame. So you have to give up blaming, right? You have to give up complaining. You have to give up complaining. So this book also said, if you did not believe there was something better or something like, okay, what is saying here? Because I actually circled out that part. I circled it out. He said, if you did not believe there was something better or possible for you, like you did not believe you can make more money, you did not believe you can have a bigger house, you did not believe you can have a more fulfilling job or more fun and loving spouse, you will not be complaining. So like something that is within your control, you can't complain about it. Did you see that part, champions? Like this part is very, very deep. Like something that is within your control, you cannot complain about it. Like now, people don't complain about the wind. People don't complain about it because it is not within their control. They know it's only God that is controlling the breeze and the wind. So they cannot actually like we complain about it, right? You can only say that oh there is breeze, but you cannot actually like complain about there is breeze. But if something is within your control, I can actually have better grades, and my business can be doing better, and I can be making more money, but you're on your bed, you're actually thinking about it. It is because it is actually within your control. Champions, are we together? You are we together? So people only complain about things that are within their control. They also say that you are complaining to the wrong person. That's another thing that you always do. Like, can you relate? When somebody else exactly. Exactly. Taiwo said people don't complain about graphics because it is beyond their control. Yes. So another thing this book is saying is that you're complaining to the wrong person. So sometimes when something is not okay for you, so of you to complain to the right person that is in control of that thing that can give you better stuff. You now can be complaining to the wrong person. So maybe your husband did something bad, so instead of you to complain to your husband, you now carry the matter to social media. You guys, this is what my husband did for me. Do you understand? So he said that you should not complain to the wrong person as well. You should replace complaining with making requests and taking action that would achieve your desired outcome. This is what successful people do. This is what works. They said that if you find yourself in a situation you don't like, either as work, either work to make it better or you leave. So maybe somebody that you are still like cutting is already giving you punch, is already like doing what you don't like. So of now complaining, how is always being bunch. The other you make it right by telling the person, making the request, please don't punch me again. If you ever punch me again, I leave this relationship, and then you leave. Or what? Or you leave. So make a request to make it better or leave completely. So maybe a customer is always collecting credit from you every time. When they have the money, they go to somewhere else. So you don't want to just be complaining to your husband every day when you get to yeah, clicky, what's it but we love me working because the person you're complaining to cannot help you to solve the situation. You just keep being in tell your ability buy yo, this is how we do it, oh, this product, oh, we cannot, do you understand? So or say, oh, cannot sell it to you, this is too we say we are managing it, so we cannot sell it to you, so or you leave. Do you understand? Don't just sit there and complain. Do something. This thing is supposed to be 9 o'clock, so I'm going to wrap up in 2 minutes. Do you have any questions so far? So say you create or allow everything that happens to you. I hope we understood that part too. So it is you either create or you allow everything that happens to you. So they said if you walk up to a man that is bigger than you, the person is already drunk, and you now want to go and insult the person, and the person just give you one punch. Just so that you are the one that created the situation, right? So yes, exactly. So you are the one that is like, instead of you to talk to you, sorry, instead of you not to, you are the one that creates or allow everything that happens to you. That is what this particular part is saying. He's saying that he talked about your kids. So this is about sales and marketing. It's something that would help every aspect of your life in general and make you a better person. Said if you did not follow through with the threats that you gave your kids, that okay, if they don't clean up their house, themselves, this is the threat, this is what I'm going to do for you. If you don't follow through and then they turn the house into a war zone, you are the one that allowed that thing to happen. To this question, no. Yes, I think you should talk to the person that can be in control, that can help you out. Like the person that can help you out. In that case, you know that okay, your mother-in-law probably she's not the right person to talk to, maybe so that she'll not think that you are rude. You may have to talk to your husband to talk to her, or you may have to talk to her. So you don't have to like find a solution. And then they talk about inside mother-in-law matter. Oh. Okay, so that is it, right? They said he did not demand he join you in counseling or leave the first time he hit you. So now you are still getting it. So you have to like everything that happens to you, you are the one that allow it. Maybe the way you are related to your mother-in-law is not like you have allowed it from the beginning. So they took you the way you carry yourself. That is what happens. So and they also said there's always yellow alert. Yellow alert is like when something is not good, you are going to be getting the yellow alert. Just like when I wanted to employ this lady as my sales rep and I was getting this yellow alert, but I was ignoring it until I saw the review. Life become easier when you take steps that are not comfortable. So Andrew, right? Some things are not comfortable, but if you do it, that is when life gets easier. I remember when I read this book, like it was really good because I took action. So if you read this book, don't just skip, don't just read it for reading sake. Take action. And I said that simple, but they may not be easy. So if you do it and you get your results. And the last thing is that you should pay attention to your results. Do what? Pay attention to your results. If your result is good, it means that what you are doing is good. If your result is bad, it means that you need to change your ways and do things better. And that is where we're going to be ending it tonight. So do you have any questions so far? And how was the book review so far? I hope you enjoyed it. Hope we enjoyed it. Hope we enjoyed it. Hope we enjoyed the book review session and we are taking action because that is the most important thing. So you have to take action. If you don't take action, you will not get different results. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, if you keep complaining and only blame other people over and over again, you keep getting the same results. So it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be doable, right? So successful people don't wait for disaster to occur, then blame somebody else. They take action. They respond quickly and fast. So thank you so much for joining. So in case you are here and you're not inside the OTC yet, this is one of the things that you are missing out on, right? Because we have this book, we give out the soft copy of this book inside the challenge. And what the purpose is to help you be a different person, a person that takes responsibility, a person that knows a lot of things, a person that is transformed before the challenge starts. OTC is not just a regular challenge. It's a place where you learn a lot, where you transform a lot. I'm sorry. So I'm sorry. It is this book now. There is husband too inside the book. Blame the book, please. So like I was saying, you want to actually you want to actually you want to actually join OTC if you know that you want to get all of this information as well, because it is a lot. OTC is very, very bulky, it's very, very big, it's very, very like encompassing. You're going to learn a lot about business and you can never remain the same person. It is a place where we want to help you turn your small business into something really big if you're ready to take massive action. So what am I saying in essence is that you want to make the most out of the challenge, the best thing for you is to join early. So this pre-challenge is for 8 weeks. It is for 8 weeks. That means you're going to be doing it from now till end of April. So if you join next week, you are already. Though you can catch up, but you know that the more the time you use to join, the earlier you can be able to meet. Apart from this, you're also going to get one of my paid courses for free that you're going to learn a lot of things about running a business, what you need. So I'm going to give you a cost based on the level you are. So like now, if you have not started your business at all, I know the cost to give you. If you have started and it's not going well, I know the cost to give you. If you have started but you started with a K-leg manner, I know what to do for you. So if you want to, like maybe you already have some audience but you don't know how to get them to buy, I know what to do to you as well. So that's why you want to join early. And when you get this course, it makes you to learn before the actual challenge. And when you learn already, the actual challenge will be easier for you. You'll be vibing because you already learned some things from me before. Do you understand? So that's why you want to join now. The investment is just 30,500 and you can even pay 10,500 today to join and pay the rest in 2 monthly installments. So you pay 10,500 today and pay the rest in 10,000 installments in, let's say, April and May, depending on where you're watching this video, just 1 month intervals, and you finish paying in, I think, 2 months. So this is like day one, then the second month is day two, and the third month is day three. Do you understand? So, and that is it. So, thank you so much, champions. So, next week we're going to be entering the next principle, which is also a very powerful principle. So, you want to actually be very intentional. So, this particular second principle is very, very deep. Be clear why you are here. Sorry, I'm just sorry. I'm sorry for you if you are not part of this challenge this week. If you don't join this week, yeah, I'm sorry for you because you keep missing out and you don't want to keep missing out because you want to change your response. You want to change the things that are happening to you. So you have to change what you are doing. And for you to change what you are doing, you have to access different things. Some of us now we want to change it, but we don't know what to change. We don't know what to change. So that's why you want to follow Uno road. You want to know, okay, what can I change to get better results? I will be here to help. So have an amazing night and let's get inside week 2 of our pre-challenge. Bye for now, champions. And bye for now, everybody. Or let's say bye for now, empire builders. You're welcome.